How much does it cost to furnish an Airbnb? This is such an important question. If you spend too much, you will destroy your business. If you don't spend enough, you're going to end up with cheap stuff and crappy reviews. I'm going to tell you the right answer. Let's go. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of the cost based on the rooms. Number two, I'm going to give you pro tips on how to get quality stuff at a very cheap price. And then if you stay to the end, I'm going to have an awesome surprise for you. Let's go. So let's talk about Airbnb. Airbnb is the #1 home sharing platform in America right now, in the world right now. And it allows regular people, normal people like you and I, to just put our properties on Airbnb. We can put the entire property up there, or we can put just a room, and we can start making money off of our properties. Additionally, people can go on the website or go on the app and they can find your home, my home, other people's homes, and they can stay there instead of staying in a hotel. And this has become so popular and the demand is so high on Airbnb because so many people are interested in doing this instead of staying in a hotel. The benefits for guests are incredible. People get to stay in a fully furnished, fully equipped place for about the same price of what they would pay for a hotel. So just think about that for a second. If you have kids, or if you're traveling for work, or if you're going with your boyfriend, instead of just being in a hotel room where you just have this one little area, if you stay in an Airbnb, you get the entire space. You get a full kitchen. You get all of these amenities for about the same price. That's one benefit. But what if you're on a tight budget, and you don't have a lot of money and you can't even afford a hotel? Airbnb is still the answer. There are people that put rooms in their house on Airbnb and they start making money too. So again, so many benefits for both hosts to make money on Airbnb and for guests to get a great deal that really fits their needs. So when people are looking for Airbnb, your guests are looking for comfort, safety, and cleanliness. That is the main 3 things that you want to be able to provide as a host, and the thing that guests are looking for when they are looking to rent a property or book a property on Airbnb. So when we talk about the furniture, let's keep that in mind. So in most of my Airbnbs, there are 2 major rooms that you're going to spend most of the money furnishing. And the first room is going to be the living area, okay? Because every living area definitely is going to need a couch, and you're going to need a little bit of decor, and you're going to need a TV, okay? So those are the major things that you are going to spend money on when it comes to furnishing your Airbnb. Now, I told you you need a couch, you need a sofa for the living room. One of the things that you should be looking for, if you can, is a pull-out sofa couch, okay? And I know these sometimes cost a little bit more money, but they will add value to your Airbnb and help increase your profits. Now, if you cannot find, or if you cannot afford a sofa bed, a sofa, just get a regular sofa, and it just needs to be clean and comfortable and good quality. Again, you can get a brand new one where all of the furniture matches, or you can start shopping at consignment shops or used furniture shops and find some nice quality used furniture that meets your guests' needs. The next major room that you're gonna have to put furniture in and you're gonna spend a little money doing are your bedrooms, okay? Again, what are people looking for in an Airbnb? Like I said, safe, clean, and comfortable. So when we're talking about the bedrooms, think that same thing. Comfort being the #1 word. Most people want a very comfortable bed to sleep in. Now, do you have to spend thousands of dollars on a Posturepedic mattress, and all of these things? No, but I do not recommend you using used mattresses or lumpy old mattresses. You want to make sure that you don't spend a lot necessarily on the bed. Again, in some cases, I don't even use headboards. In some cases, I use platform beds, and all we do is put the mattress. We don't need a box spring. There's so many economical ways to get a bed, and you do not have to spend very much on a bed. But the key to it is in the main bedroom, you want to have the biggest bed available for that room. So if it's the master bedroom and the biggest bed that will fit in there is the queen size bed, put a queen in there. But if a king size bed will fit in there, put a king size mattress in there. Okay, and just go ahead and get a platform bed. You don't necessarily have to spend any money on, you know, a fancy expensive bed or a box spring, but a nice IKEA bed or a nice platform bed that doesn't cost too much money is perfectly okay. Okay, I usually on a king size bed, I'll maybe only spend a couple $100, and then the mattress is where you're going to spend a little bit more money just to make sure that you get a quality mattress. But I'm going to give you some ways to find quality for cheap. You want quality furniture and quality decorations and things for your Airbnb, but you do not have to spend a ton of money. So let me tell you about how I even got into Airbnbs really quickly and how cheaply we got some of this stuff done. So I had a student of mine, he was like an 18, 19-year-old kid. I did a joint venture with him. I gave him a few $1,000s so that he can get 5 apartments, and we were gonna put them on Airbnb. So we rented some studios and some 1-bedrooms, okay? And we spent maybe only $1,000 per apartment, okay? And that is total. And you're gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute, how did you furnish an entire 1-bedroom apartment for $1,000? Well, it is very easy. I think I just told you that you don't need to pile a ton of furniture into this place to make it, you know, attractive to guests. Where you're probably going to spend most of your money is, of course, the living room on that sofa that I told you, and then on those bigger beds, okay? You want to put, you know, you're going to spend money on the queen bed or the king bed, and then in some of the other rooms, you can use twin beds or full-size beds. But again, you're not going to spend very much money on the bed itself. You're going to spend most of your money on the mattress, all right? Now I'm going to tell you one more thing, because this is super crazy, and you got to know this when we're talking about getting quality for cheap. The next thing that you want to know is that you can get all of this stuff, you can get a lot of furniture at Goodwill. Yes, Goodwill, Salvation Army Family Store, consignment shops. You can actually get used furniture, used couches, and they are in great condition. You can get covers for them to make them look nice. Or, one more tricky thing, you can get brand new stuff and you can actually put it on a credit card. So again, there's different ways to get these things done, but you do not have to spend a lot of money to do it. And if you watch some of my other videos, I actually teach you how to do some of this with your business credit so that you don't have to use your personal credit to get some of these things going. So getting these things furnished does not cost you a lot. You just gotta listen to what I'm saying. I've been doing Airbnb for 3 years. I've been investing in real estate for over 10, and I'm telling you, I have all of this information right here for you on this channel. So go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click that notification bell. I have new videos coming out every single day of the week teaching you how to do this. I am semi-retired, and I just want to make sure that you are successful in your business. To your success.